This is the bold new symbol of the Eagle brand. And the first Eagle product to wear it is the exciting new Eagle Premier. The film you're about to see was produced using early prototype vehicles prior to the recent decision to adopt the Eagle emblem. Based on that decision, production models of the Premier will display the Eagle emblem in place of the early diamond emblem wherever it appears. Eagle, symbol of a new era in the automotive world.
This is Premier, an all-new car built to exacting standards of quality in one of the most modern manufacturing plants in North America. Because the Eagle Premier is completely new, many of its unique features and controls designed to enhance your driving pleasure may be unfamiliar to you. Because we want you to be able to fully appreciate and enjoy what Premier has to offer, we've prepared this video demonstration to make you feel at home in the driver's seat of any one of the fine Premier models. Most of the features are standard, some are optional. All are designed with your comfort and convenience in mind. Let's start with the remote control bar, available for Premiers with power door locks. Standing near the car, simply point the transmitter toward the top center part of the windshield and press the bar. All Premier door locks will unlock. With a manual system, one key operates the ignition, the other unlocks the doors, glove box, and trunk lid. Operation of the child safety locks is accomplished by moving this lever toward the outside of the vehicle. The rear doors cannot then be opened from the inside. In case of accident, please remember that the rear doors can only be opened from the outside. A warning chime will sound if you open the driver's door with a key in the ignition. Once in the driver's seat, make the necessary adjustments to provide you with the best positioning for comfort, visibility, and operating efficiency. Move the seat forward or rearward by lifting this lever and shifting your weight. To recline the seat back, lift this lever and lean back. Let go of the lever at the desired position. To return the seat upright, lift the lever and lean forward. Vehicles equipped with 6-way power seats offer a variety of adjustments. To raise or lower the seat, move the center control upward or downward. To move the seat forward or rearward, move the center control forward or rearward. To tilt the front of the seat upward or downward, move the front control up or down. To tilt the rear of the seat upward or downward, move the rear control up or down. With the seat adjusted, you'll want to buckle up for safety. Sitting up straight and well back in the seat, position the lap belt low across the hips. Insert the belt clip into the buckle until you hear and feel a definite click. Then grasp the shoulder portion of the belt at the connection and pull up until the belt is snug across your lap and chest. Please see your owner's guide for further instruction about safety restraint use for children and rear seat passengers. Power door locks, power windows, and power remote outside mirrors are located just forward of the driver's door armrest. Pressing the lock side of the control button locks all doors. Pressing the unlock side unlocks them. Forward of the door lock control are 4 switches which operate the power windows. These are rocker-type switches designed to allow you to operate windows by feel without taking your eyes off the road. Depress the rear section and the selected window lowers. Depress the forward section and it raises. Immediately forward of these switches is a power lockout to prevent operation of the rear windows as a safety feature when children are riding in the rear seat. In models with manual outside rear view mirror control, a joystick-type control is located in the door frame. Premier, with optional power remote control dual outside rear view mirrors, have the controls located here ahead of the power window controls. This is a rocker-type control which reflects the action of the mirror. This selector switch in the center of the control allows you to select either the right or left mirror. All mirror adjustments should be made before starting to drive. Just below the armrest on the floor are two release levers. Lift the forward lever to release the hood for service. Lift the rear lever to unlock the fuel filler door on models so equipped. One of the unique things you'll notice about Premier is the arrangement of the primary controls conveniently located in modules on the steering column and in inserts on the steering wheel, right at your fingertips. To operate the tilt steering wheel, pull this lever toward you and move the steering wheel up or down to the most comfortable position. Then release the lever to lock the wheel in position. The module at the left side of the steering column houses the controls for all lights and the windshield cleaning system. To illuminate the parking lamps, press this button marked P. To turn on the headlamps, press the button displaying the headlight symbol. With the ignition switch off, a chime will remind you that you left the lights on. The instrument panel lights are illuminated whenever the parking or headlamps are on. This sliding control increases or decreases panel light intensity. To switch headlamps to high beams, pull this lever toward you. Notice that the indicator light on the module comes on. To return to low beams, pull the lever toward you again. The same lever controls the turn indicator signals. Move the lever up to indicate a right turn, down for a left turn. Notice that the lever itself returns to the off position immediately, although the indicators are still blinking. The signal cancels when the wheel has returned to the straight-ahead position after a turn. If you wish to cancel the signal manually, move the lever in the opposite direction. Because the turn indicators are operated electronically in the Premier, they will automatically cancel after about 5 minutes, regardless of the wheel position. To change lanes, hold the lever in the intermediate up or down position before it clicks in place. The signal will cancel when the lever is released. Just below the light controls are the windshield cleaning system controls. Move the sliding lever from off to intermittent for a light sprinkle, to low for a steadier rain, or to high in heavy rain. To activate the windshield washer, press in on the lever. The horn control is located in the traditional position on the Premier, right in the center of the steering wheel. Premier's cruise control is operated by these 4 buttons on the steering wheel. Depress the on button to engage cruise control. All further settings can then be made using these 2 buttons on the right side of the steering wheel. Once you've reached the desired speed above 30 miles per hour, just press the Set Coast control. Your speed will now be maintained. If you wish to decrease your speed setting, press the Set Coast control again and hold it until the desired speed is reached. You can disengage the cruise control by lightly pressing on the brake pedal or by touching the off button. The Premier's cruise control has an electronic memory. After you've disengaged the control in any of the ways just mentioned, touching the Resume Accelerate control will return you to the preset speed. This same control may be used for temporary acceleration. The car will pick up speed as you hold the switch down and will return to the preset speed when you release the switch. If you want to maintain the higher speed, touch the Set Coast control. Of course, you can accelerate at any time by depressing the accelerator pedal. When not in use, turn the cruise control off with the off button. The module on the right side of the steering column controls the Premier's climate control system and the optional rear window defogger. Operate the rear window defogger only with the engine operating to conserve battery power. Partially depress this switch. It will operate for about 10 minutes, then shut off automatically. If you wish, you may shut it off sooner by depressing the switch all the way. At the extreme left of the dashboard, in the center, and at the extreme right are air vents. Each is equipped with an open and close control and a direction control for individual comfort. In addition, there are defroster vents along the top of the dash, at the base of the windshield, and small side window defogger vents at each end of the dashboard. Front floor vents are located under the dash, and rear floor vents are located at the rear of the center console. Heating, defogging, defrosting, and fresh air ventilation are all operated using these controls. Press the select switch on the module and a light will appear on the climate control display above the climate control option currently in use. Each time you press the select switch, you select another option. Bi-level provides airflow through dashboard and floor vents. Vent provides cool outside air. Heat provides maximum heating through floor vents. Heater defroster directs warm air to the windshield and the floor vents. This sliding lever controls the temperature. Move it toward the red end for warmer, the blue end for cooler. The fan button controls fan speed. Press the up arrow to increase fan speed, the down arrow to decrease fan speed. For maximum defrosting of the windshield, use this button at the bottom of the module to select the defrost mode. Close the left, right, and center vents. Move the temperature switch to its warmest setting and select the highest blower speed using the fan control. The module on Premiers with air conditioning is slightly different. This button, marked Temp, controls the temperature. The vehicle is equipped with an automatic interior temperature indicator. You select the temperature you wish, and it's shown on the mode digital display. Press the up arrow on the temp control to increase the temperature, the down arrow to lower it. Each time you press the control, the temperature will increase or decrease by 1 degree. The system will automatically maintain the interior temperature display regardless of outside temperature changes. For maximum cooling, select the Max mode with the selector button. This recirculates inside air to cool the vehicle rapidly. It also prevents dust and odors from entering the vehicle. For prolonged air conditioning use, switch to the Norm mode with the selector. Detailed recommendations for use of the heating, ventilating, and air conditioning systems are in your Premier Owner's Manual. We suggest you read it carefully to obtain maximum comfort from your system. An exciting Premier option is the electric sunroof. The controls are located here in the area between the sun visors. Press the right side of the switch to slide the sunroof open. Press the left side to close it. If you continue to press the left side after the roof slides closed, the sunroof will pop open. To open and close the sun shade, grasp the handle and pull. Press the right side of the switch to close the sunroof. The switches for the dome and map lights are adjacent to the lamps. Push once to turn them on, press again to turn them off. When one of the front doors is open, the courtesy lights will turn on automatically. The button just forward of the map lights operates the hazard warning flasher lights. Press the right side of the button and all 4 outside turn signal lights will flash at the same time. To turn them off, press the left side of the button. To open the glove box, slide the latch to the right. Make sure the glove box is closed firmly by sliding the latch to the left. If left open, the light will remain on and cause a drain on the battery. The drawer just below the central vents contains the ashtray and cigarette lighter. This tray, at the rear of the console, contains a firm cup holder where liquids will not easily be spilled. The ignition lock has 5 positions. The triangle symbol indicates that the ignition is off and the steering wheel locked. The key can only be removed when in this position. Pushing in and turning the key to the left to the accessory position allows the use of accessories without the engine running. Turning the key to the right to the O off position unlocks the steering wheel but does not turn on the ignition. The radio may be played and the clock will display the time in this position. Turning the key to the right to the I or ignition position turns on the ignition and all circuits. This is the normal operating position. The key must also be in this position if the vehicle is being towed. Before starting the engine, there are some checks you should make. First, the parking brake should be set. To set the parking brake, firmly press down on the service brake pedal. Holding the service brake pedal down, press down on the parking brake pedal. The parking brake is now set. When parked, the shift lever of a Premier with an automatic transmission should be in the park position. This locks the transmission in park. Never attempt to put the lever in the park position unless the vehicle is completely stopped. Premier may be started with the lever in the park position or the neutral position. In driving, use the D position for normal conditions. with automatic shifting through 4 speeds, the last one being an overdrive ratio for quiet operation and maximum fuel economy. Position 3 will provide automatic shifting between first, second, and third gears. Use position 2 for moderate grades and to assist braking. In this number 2 position, the transmission will not shift into third or fourth. Use position number 1 only for hard pulling at low speeds or on very steep grades. With the parking brake set and the transmission in its proper position, you are now ready to start the engine. Do not depress the accelerator pedal to start the Premier engine. Its fuel injection system is electronically set for proper starting. Turn the key to the right to the double I position and hold it until the engine starts. Release the key and it will return to the I position. If the engine does not start, or if it should stall, you must turn the key to the off position before attempting to restart it. Never turn the key to the off lock position while the vehicle is in motion. This will lock the steering wheel and you will have no steering control of the vehicle. Since the radio is operable with the key in the off position, let's turn it on. Premier offers 3 highly sophisticated audio systems to provide listening pleasure. One is an electronically tuned AM/FM stereo radio. Another is an electronically tuned AM/FM stereo cassette radio with Dolby Noise Reduction, or DNR. The other system is the premium audio system comprised of electronically tuned AM/FM stereo cassette radio with DNR and a graphic equalizer. Because of the differences in these systems, we suggest that you read the detailed instructions for their use in your owner's manual carefully for maximum enjoyment of their capabilities.
Premier features different instrument panels which vary according to model and certain option features selected. This gauge, a speedometer with odometer, engine coolant temperature gauge, an oil pressure warning light, and an alternator warning light.
There is an interior temperature indicator and indicator lights for turn signals, parking and headlamps, and cruise control. There's a trip odometer, which is reset by pushing this knob. This transmission maintenance indicator light informs you if you need transmission service. Pushing this button changes digital displays from English to metric. A second push changes them back again. The digital clock is located in the upper right corner of the panel. In the clock mode, press the hours month button to change the hour. Press the minutes day button to change the minutes. In the date mode, press the hours month button to change the month. Press the minutes day button to change the day of the month. These are the climate control mode indicators we discussed earlier, as well as the headlamp high beam indicator light. This light indicates that the parking brake is set. If it remains on after the brake has been released, you should seek authorized service immediately. Finally, at the far left is the seatbelt warning light to advise you that your seatbelt is not fastened. The standard instrument panel for the ES model has some additional features.
These are available options on the LX model.
The first feature is a tachometer, which displays engine RPMs. The second is a trip computer, an informative display located just below the clock. The trip computer has 8 functions. Press the trip time button to select the functions listed at the left. Each time you press the button, the indicator lights will move to the next function. The fuel temperature button operates the same way to select functions listed at the right. The third button resets certain functions. The distance traveled function displays the distance traveled since the last reset. The computer will display the average speed since the last reset. The time function displays the time even with the ignition off. The stopwatch function displays time elapsed since reset. It displays in minutes and seconds up to 59 minutes and 59 seconds, then switches to hours and minutes up to 59 hours and 59 minutes. The stopwatch can be stopped and started again by briefly pressing the reset button. In the fuel range mode, the computer will display the number of miles you can travel at the same average speed until the 17-gallon fuel tank is empty. It will display 0 when 1.7 gallons remain in the tank. The computer display will show your average fuel economy. It must be reset after 163 gallons have been used or the vehicle has traveled 1,310 miles. Press this button for a display of your fuel economy at the speed which you are traveling. With the press of the temperature button, the display will indicate the temperature outside the vehicle. The third additional feature of the standard Premier ES panel is the VMM, or Vehicle Maintenance Monitor. It is designed to monitor specific vehicle operating systems and to remind you of service required. When the vehicle is started, if no faults are present, the display will read Monitor. If you press the check button, the monitor will scan all of the system for faults. If there are no faults, it will display the number of miles to service. If you press the List button, all of the VMM messages will be displayed in order of their priority, like this. After maintenance service has been performed, pressing the Reset button will reset the miles to service message to correspond with the vehicle's maintenance schedule requirements.
This unique instrument panel is available as an option on LX and ES models and includes all the options we've just described in an electronic and digital format. Operating instructions for the trip computer and VMM systems are identical to those just covered.
There are some other things you should know about the operation of a Premier that will help ensure as many miles of enjoyable driving as possible. If you ever have an electrical system problem, check the fuses. They're right under the dash here above the parking brake pedal. Now let's take a look under the hood. There are some basic maintenance items you can check yourself, but even if you have someone else do it, you should know what to look for. Here's the engine oil level dipstick. The level should be between the add and full mark. Add oil when the level is at or below the add mark. The engine oil should be changed every 7,500 miles, and a new oil filter should be installed every 15,000 miles. The vehicle should be level, and you should check the oil level when the engine is cold. Check the coolant level at least once a month, more often in hot weather. Just look at the level in the bottle. Don't open the pressurized filler cap. Again, it's best to do this with the engine cold. If you need to add fluid, add it to the bottle only. This is the fluid reservoir for the power steering unit. The fluid should be at the full mark. To add fluid, just pour it right in here. You can check the brake fluid level by looking at this see-through sight in the reservoir. The fluid should be above the minimum level. Should fluid be required, simply pour it into the reservoir, but be certain to clean all dirt and grease from the cap before removing it from the reservoir. Here's the windshield washer fluid bottle. You can see the fluid. Just remove the cap and pour the fluid into the bottle. If you have air conditioning, you can check the fluid level through this sight glass. This must be done with the Premier properly parked and the engine and air conditioning running. If you see bubbles in the sight glass after a few minutes of running, the refrigerant is low and you must have it checked. Premier's battery is a low maintenance type battery. In normal use, it may require the addition of fluid about every 24 months or 24,000 miles. Under normal driving conditions, the air filter should be changed every 30,000 miles. If you'd like to perform all of your own maintenance, the owner's manual provides detailed maintenance instructions. Just in case of emergency, you should know how to change a tire. The jack is mounted here on the inside of the trunk behind the license plate area. Just unfasten the rubber strap and lift it out. The temporary spare and the lug wrench are all in this well. Remove the cap, spin the wing nut off the threaded rod, and remove the lug wrench. You can now lift the spare out of the well. There are 4 jack points on the Premier, 2 on each side. The rear jack point is this notch right here. When raising the jack, be sure it engages the notch. Check out the complete tire changing instructions in the owner's manual, and be sure to follow the safety tips as well. Knowing how everything works goes a long way toward complete enjoyment of the many features Eagle Premier offers, along with the peace of mind that every Premier owner gets from the 7-year, 70,000-mile limited powertrain warranty and the 7-year, 100,000-mile warranty against outer body rust-through. Be sure to get all the details about the warranty from your dealer. He and we want you to be completely aware of all that Eagle Premier has to offer.
Certain features and/or options described herein may not be available at the start of production, and therefore may be available at a later date.